Hi everyone, this is Mahadeo Shivraj, who just produced and directed this film, A Jasmine for a Gardener. And Shiv and I had spoken about this film before, but I didn't see it. This was the first time that I was actually viewing it. And he actually touched on a topic that's extremely important for our Guyanese community. And it's something that's happening in Guyana right now. And I really don't want to say too much about it, but just to give you a quick highlight, we know there are issues with rape and domestic violence happening in Guyana at the moment. And Shiv touched on this a bit in this film, and it sort of did hit me because, we have a tendency of hiding these things in the service. So Shiv, you talked about, it touched on, young women looking for the independence and freedom. Because, it was like the whole line through the film, these young women there. And then the fact with, without saying too much, the rape scene, which was not too vivid.
Right. I try to keep away from making it vivid, but get to the message over,
But how did you see that coming across in this whole film?
Well, as for me, like I always say, it's the audience have to look and take away from the film, and the characters playing their roles, and the actors playing their roles, following their character, acting truthfully, will bring out the messages in the play. And one of the messages in the play is about touching on that aspect. And even though it wasn't vivid, I think people will go away with a lot of thoughts in their mind as to how easily one can be placed in a position like that, and then not being able to talk about it because threats are there or whatever it is, but they have to refrain and actually hide it and live their life with that. It's a terrible thing to live a life when you can't say what has happened to you because of shame or because of or being threatened or whatever it is. And so I think it's a lesson to be learned, and for us to understand how people in that situation, people who've gone through things like that, how they feel.
And you did touch on that because with the factor of her getting supposedly therapeutic intervention from the professional and the psychological reactions that were actually happening. So even though maybe the audience might not have picked up on it, as I was sitting there, I was looking at it and looking at it from a psychological perspective. It did touch on that. So truly, I enjoyed the film, and I'm so appreciative that you touched on this topic, that since it's going to Guyana, it's going to Guyana next month. Can you tell us what dates?
Well, it's going to be, I was hoping to open it at the National Culture Center on the 3rd and 4th. Unfortunately, I didn't get that weekend. I got the next weekend, which is the 10th and 11th. But we will be doing the 3rd and 4th in Berbice instead. So, but the real big premiere is going to be at the National Culture Center on the 10th and 11th.
On the 10th.
Yeah.
Are those advertisements out yet?
Yeah.
Because I've been asked about it also.
Yeah, it's been advertised. I don't know how much on television, but I know it's on radio already.
Okay, so you said the 3rd and 4th in Berbice.
In Berbice. Then the 10th and 11th at the Cultural Center, maybe the 12th as well. And then many other places like Essequibo, West Coast Demerara, East Coast Demerara. Quite a few places, I think maybe about 12, maybe more venues.
Well, would you do me, I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because March is National Women's History Month. Would it be alright, like when you're premiering this in Guyana during the month of March, that you put it in honor of the women?
Yes, sure.
For that. And I will be there too.
Yes, so, I don't know how far they would have gone with the advertisements before I get there and what could be done, but definitely I'll find a way to acknowledge that.
Because I think it's important because of what's happening and coming from creative and artistic perspective. I think it's important because a lot of times people are not talking about this stuff. But if you create it through the arts, with the theater and other things that I've told you that we've done, I think it's a good way of educating.
Would you be there
yes,
on the 10th and 11th?
We're going to be in Guyana.
On the 10th and 11th, you'll be there in Georgetown.
I have to finalize those dates because we have some projects going on. I'll talk to you about that off there.
you should try to get be there. So and let me know if you're going to be there.
Yes,
so
yes.
we could work out something, you know.
But
and
I
can,
really appreciate you acknowledging this issue, even though it was not, you know, like the issue of the film.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
you touched on it, and you know, especially the fact, like I said, it's National Women's History Month for March. So you sort of
course.
capture
Yeah,
an
yeah,
essence,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And we've already talked about possibly
Right.
collaborating on such a project.
Yeah, that's right.
So I
that's
look
right.
forward to that.
Yeah.
And anyway, folks, this is Mahadeo Shivraj. I'm Dianne Madray. And what we are doing, this film was premiered today. It's going to be premiered again tomorrow and next week. And